Hi everyone, my name's Jonathan DeBor. I'm one of the English literature teachers as well as the Director of Technology at the Neighborhood Academy. I'm really excited to be with you today and share some of the things that we're doing inside our virtual classrooms. Specifically, I teach 10th and 11th grade English Lit. As we began this second half of the school year in January, I piloted a program that incorporated book choice for our students, where they could choose a book that they wanted to read, and that would be the foundation for how we learn, teach, and discuss the various literary elements that we find in a traditional English literature course. Each day when the students come in, they are given a prompt that could be a piece of poetry, it could be a piece of spoken word, it could be song lyrics, and they write inside what we call the WRN, which is the Writer-Reader Notebook. They'll have an opportunity to reflect on what they just heard and create something of their own. At that point, we shift into a period of time where they read their book for a small period of time in class, and they're also expected to do that outside of class. And then the second half of the class each day is geared towards whatever literary element or lesson that we're focusing on at the time. And then we always try to apply it back to either our writings and or the book that they're currently reading. I thought it would be great to showcase two examples of student, and what she has done inside her WRN since we have shifted virtually. I still assign the prompts as I have done in class. It's just done remotely and then received back to me where I can evaluate it. I discussed that a little bit in the next portion of this vlog. So I want to introduce you to one of our juniors, Jada Adams, and a conversation that the two of us had. Enjoy. Hi, Jada.
Hi.
I'm here with Jada Adams. She's one of our juniors at the Neighborhood Academy and in my 11th grade English literature class. Now, as I mentioned prior to this Zoom that we're sharing with you, I had asked our classes in the second half of the year to begin each day by writing, by creating something. And we carried that over into our virtual experience. So I would like I'd asked Jada if she would share two of her entries. The first, to summarize the prompt, it was right when we started. It was our first assignment back on March 23rd. There's a famous poem, it's become a famous poem, written at the beginning of our nation, sort of slowing down and shutting down. And I encourage, if you're not familiar with it, to look it up. It is by Kitty O'Mara, and the title is "And the People Stayed Home." So that was the prompt for the first warm-up, was to ask the students to create something after hearing that poem and to create something along those lines and what they took from it. So Jada, I'm going to pass that over to you, and if you wouldn't mind sharing your entry for that.
Okay. And the people were ignorant. Social distancing? What even is that? They went to the beaches and to the parks, knowing that we must stay indoors. Silent carriers spread their infections to tens, and the tens spread it to hundreds, and the hundreds spread it to thousands, and the thousands spread it to 10,000s, and so on. Day by day, the virus gets worse, and yet we do nothing. Nothing except panicking and shopping. Stacks upon stacks of items fly off of the shelves. There's a well-stocked soap shelf, but no hand sanitizer and ice cream. The toilet paper, hand sanitizer, masks, and gloves are all gone, and Karen's family has 10 packs of each, while other families in hospitals have little to none. And why? I knew we were scared, but this is ridiculous. I've always said I wanted to be a part of history, to live in history and make it my own, and to be able to tell my grandchildren about what their Nana has lived through, but this is not what I imagined. And all I can do is hope and pray that we as a people get it together, or else we may not have a society to come back to.
Wonderful. I enjoyed that as much as the first time that I heard it. Thank you for sharing that. I want to jump ahead a couple weeks where we were discussing and we were examining some poetry from T.S. Eliot. And one was a poem that he wrote in regards of a love song. And what I had asked as a warm-up prior to looking at that poem and discussing it and the methods that we used in class to analyze, to ask all the students what, in their opinion, makes a good love story or a good love song. Had some great responses. Jada, I will say, took it in a way that I absolutely loved. It was different. It was a recipe. I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler in how she saw it. So to give everyone a little bit of background, I present these assignments via an application called Flipgrid, where I record the prompt, they see me, and then they write it, and then they record their response. So I get to see and hear the students deliver their response and then give my feedback to them. It is a way to attempt to recreate what we do in the classroom every day, in terms of giving them about 10 minutes to respond to the prompt, and then some choose to share. So again, the prompt was, what makes a good love story or love song? And Jada, again, if you wouldn't mind.
To make a good love story, you will need 1 cup of loyalty, because without it, you can't add trust. A cup of trust, or else the dish will fall apart completely. A half a cup each of communication, because it's a two-way street. 2 cups of respect, because you both deserve it. Whisk together these dry ingredients until well combined. And in a separate bowl, add your wet ingredients. 1 cup of flaws, because no love story is perfect. Balance this out with a half a cup of acceptance, because they love all of you. And 1 stick of forgiveness, softened, because you won't always get along. Blend your wet and dry ingredients together and flavor the dish with a tablespoon of laughter, because they make you smile. 2 teaspoons of passion to heat things up a bit, but you can add more if you would like. Intimacy to taste, because that's your business. And finally, fold in a heaping helping of unconditional love, because it's a love story after all. Mix all of the ingredients together with teamwork. Bake in the oven at 350 degrees for a lifetime of happiness. Decorate with you and your partner's favorite toppings, because all love stories are unique and one of a kind.
Perfect. Thank you. Again, that was a great, I love how you took that and made it your own. So
Thank you.
I really appreciate you contributing to this week's vlog. Are you and your family well?
Yep, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Good, good. Well, continue to stay safe, and thank you very much, Jada.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed that. I want to take a moment and acknowledge that Jada is just one of the countless students that have created amazing work in this time where their classroom looks very different than what they're used to. They have taken all the skills and the tools and the work that we've done during the school year to just create amazing, amazing product. I couldn't be more proud of all of them. Lastly, as the Director of Technology, I can't thank the faculty enough and be more proud of them for embracing all the technical aspects that distance learning, virtual learning brings about. They have become experts in tools that they have used before. They have dove right into the deep end for brand new technologies, all to enhance the learning of our community. Again, thank you for taking the time. I hope this message finds all of you safe and well. Take care.